welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm just going to give like a recap of the Mama June from Night to Hot episode that just aired. This episode was the rest of the intervention that the family had set up for her. And I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts on what I think about the whole situation. So when they start this episode off, it is right after they bring Mama June in and they are letting her know what's going on. She actually calls it and she's like, is this an intervention? And they're like, yes it is, you need to sit down because we want to talk to you. And she never sits down, she just stays standing up. They voice their concerns about Geno being a part of her life and how they feel like that is unhealthy for her. And she basically just says, no, me and Geno are fine, like nothing is wrong with me and Geno. She is living in denial that they are having any kind of problems when it was just a couple weeks ago. He was sending pictures to other women, he was offering women money for things in exchange, and Mama June found something in his pocket that did not even belong to her. So she wants to act like they are not having any issues when clearly they are. But the girls try to talk to her and let her know that they are very concerned for her and they want her to seek some help. She just kind of bolts out of the door and she's not listening to it at all. Right as she's about to hit the corner of the house, Dr. Ish just appears out of nowhere, and that's when Mama June really realized that they were serious, when Dr. Ish appeared out of nowhere. As soon as she seen him, she kind of pushed him back, and then she was like, don't touch me, I'm going to call the cops. And even Pumpkin was like, nobody's touching you, what are you going to call the cops for, But as soon as she seen Dr. Ish, she was just like, oh no, get me out of here, I don't want nothing to do with this, and she was so mad about the whole situation. She finally said she did not want to talk about any of this on camera, so they got her a little ways away from the cameras, but we could still hear what was going on because everyone was still wearing their mics. And she basically said that she is very unhappy with the person that she has become, and she has also told Geno that she wants to kill the person that she's become, which I thought was really sad. And I'm like, girl, you obviously need help. Jump in that car and go get you some help. She did end up accepting the help. I think she did not even get unpacked good, and Geno was there to pick her up. She was there about 12 hours. Geno comes and picks her up. I was actually happy that she even made it because I figured on the way there she was probably texting Geno and telling him what was going on, and he was probably trying to talk her out of it because I don't feel like Geno really wants Mama June to get help, because if she gets help and she's not doing drugs, that's not really going to be good for him. I feel like she is his source of money for the drugs and they just do them together. But if she's not doing them, then he's not going to be able to do them because she's not going to want to buy the drugs for him. So he went and got her just about 12 hours after she got to the facility. And then it was 2 days after she left the facility that they were arrested in Macon County, Alabama. And they were charged with possession of crack cocaine, drug paraphernalia, and Geno was also arrested for domestic violence or domestic battery in the 3rd degree because he threatened to kill Mama June. It was also revealed in week before last episode that Mama June was actually the one that called the police. It wasn't someone at the store, it was Mama June. She called and she hung up, and they pinged her cell phone, and they were on the interstate and a car got behind them, an unmarked car got behind them, and that's how everything went down. It wasn't some random person that called, it was actually Mama June. Okay, so after they broadcast the arrest in the show, and they tell everything that happened with the arrest, it swaps over to Jennifer and Sugar Bear, and they're just talking about whatever's going on. And Jennifer tells Sugar Bear that she suspected Geno was a druggie from the time that she met him, and that June is a trashy person. And then Sugar Bear is like, you ain't got to tell me that she's trashy. I've been knowing that. And I'm like, Sugar Bear, really? You ain't nobody to call anybody a trashy person. But whatever. Jennifer makes a point to say that Sugar Bear needs to step it up and be more active in Alana's life, which I think that he does, as long as he's not trying to use her for money or anything like that. If he's just trying to step up and be a dad to her, I think that would be a good thing. Later on in the episode, Pumpkin and Alana meet with Dr. Ish, and they're basically just kind of having a little therapy session to kind of talk about everything that's going on. And Dr. Ish asked Alana and Pumpkin their ages. She is only 19. She is 19 and she is raising her 14-year-old sister, and she is raising her baby that she has with her husband Josh. Dr. Ish asked Alana, like, what is her worst fear? And Alana says, my worst fear is that my mom will die. And Dr. Ish lets her know that, like, that could be possible because of the lifestyle that she is living, and that Mama June is going to want to have to make the change to get healthy, He commends Pumpkin on everything that she's doing for Alana, which I agree. I think it's really awesome that Pumpkin is stepping up to take care of her little sister. And if she wasn't, then like Alana would have to go live with Sugar Bear. And Alana did make it clear in this episode that she does not want to live with Sugar Bear, that she wants to live with Pumpkin and Ella and Josh. Pumpkin ends up talking about how she wants to put Alana back in public school, and to do that she is going to have to get temporary custody of Alana. And in order to get temporary custody, Sugar Bear will have to sign off on that. So it shows where Alana and Pumpkin kind of ambush Sugar Bear when Sugar Bear is in the interview room giving his interview for the show. They come in and Pumpkin just basically says, I need to get temporary custody of Alana because I want to put her in public school. And I think that's a great idea as long as she don't have to deal with any bullying. I think it's a good thing for her to get back into public school and around kids her age, and she could live somewhat of a normal life. So Pumpkin is trying to put her back in public school, and she is trying to get Sugar Bear to sign the custody papers so she can do that. And when she, tells Sugar Bear what's going on and that she needs him to sign these papers, Sugar Bear is just quiet for a minute. He even has his hand over his mouth, and it almost looks like he's mad. Me and my husband were watching, and we were just like, what is he doing? Why isn't he saying anything? He's just sitting there with his hand over his mouth. What's he thinking, And Jennifer steps up and she basically says, like, I don't know if that's a good idea. She even says at one point that she don't know if she trusts Pumpkin. And I'm like, you don't trust Pumpkin with Alana? Like, that's her sister. She's not going to do anything to hurt her. She's going to try to take care of her. And at one point, Pumpkin, she literally looks like she's thinking about maybe, I don't know, like she said before that, she's like, I hope I don't have to jump on these people if they don't want to do what I need them to do. If they want to try to take Alana from me, I hope I don't have to act crazy on them. And it looked like she was thinking about it there for a second when Jennifer was like, I think your daddy should have you. Pumpkin was like, and I was like, oh, she about to get her. I didn't know if she was about to go crazy and tear the set up or whatever, because I was like, I'm sure Pumpkin is not going to just hand Alana over to them, especially being that Alana has stated that she don't want to go. But luckily, after Sugar Bear and Jennifer went outside and they had like a little meeting where they talked about everything, and they said, we don't even have room for her at our house. She would be more comfortable with Pumpkin. So they decided, we'll just let her stay with Pumpkin. They come back in and they said, well, there's going to be some rules. And I found it odd that Sugar Bear did not really say anything. Jennifer comes in and she's like, well, there's going to be some rules. And she kind of lays the rules out, like, Alana, you will come to your dad's every other weekend. Or she may have said every weekend. I think it was every other weekend. And she also said, we want to see her report card so we can see how she's doing in school. Which I don't think that's too much to ask. That's her dad, and if he is going to step up to be more active in her life, I guess maybe he needs to see her every other weekend or every weekend, and he needs to know how well she's doing in school, especially being that Mama June is not really there anymore, being the mother that she should be. It would be okay. It's good that her father is trying to step up a little bit. I really felt like Sugar Bear should kind of voice his opinion more often rather than letting Jennifer do that, because Jennifer is just his wife. That they haven't been married too long, I think 2 years maybe, and she hasn't been in Alana's life very long, so it's not like Alana looks at her like a mother type figure. So I think Sugar Bear really needs to be the one saying all this, not Jennifer. He needs to handle it. But they do end up saying, Jennifer does end up telling Pumpkin, I'm proud of you, and if I was going to let, if anyone was going to be watching Alana, I'm glad that it's you. So that was like kind of like a complete opposite of what she said when they come in, when she was like, I don't know if I trust you, to, well, you're the only one that I will want to raise her. So, but it's all worked out for the best in this case as far as the custody with Alana. Pumpkin did get custody of her. and it looks like they're going to enroll her back in public school, which I think could be a good thing as long as she's not having to deal with bullying. I do know that she's dealt with that a lot online, and I think that's very sad that she has to deal with, you know, other children bashing her for different things and calling her names. No kid should have to deal with that, and that is what drives some kids to commit suicide. So I think, you know, it's sad, and I hope she don't have to deal with that. I hope she can go back to school and just live somewhat of a normal life, and I hope Mama June can get her crap together. Now, they did say in this episode that the reason Mama June is not coming back is because she does have to stay in Alabama until all the court hearings are done, but she's looking at some time. She's looking at up to a year in jail, but I'm not even sure of when that court date is. On the episode, it said that there was not a court date set in place yet. But as soon as I find out about one, or as soon as anything happens, I'm going to let you guys know. Also, it did say on there that, you know, there was a kind of like a protective order put in place where Geno's not supposed to be around Mama June. But as we all see, he is still around her, and they're not even trying to hide it. They are going out and about. They're in casinos, and they're not even trying to hide it. So, I don't know. Maybe he'll get picked up for that. Maybe, you know, Mama June can see what's going on and she can get her some help. You know, Alana did say in this episode that she does not feel like she has a dad. She hasn't felt like she's had a dad in a long time, and now she feels like she don't even have a mom. So if Mama June watched the episodes, I just hope that she did, and she sees what all of her loved ones and her children are saying, and maybe that would kind of give her, you know, the motivation to get some help. Because that whole episode, everything that Alana said in this episode was very sad, and no child should have to go through that. And we can only hope that maybe with the court coming up, maybe they can sentence her to rehab, and maybe he can get sentenced to something as well, and they can be, you know, they can part ways, and when she comes out, she is better than ever, and she can go back to being a mom to her kids. Because I feel like as long as they are together, she's not going to have the willpower to separate herself from him. So maybe if when they go to court, she is sentenced to some rehab and he is sentenced to jail for the drugs or the domestic violence, that will be her way to get away from him. And when she goes home, she can be with her family. It also said at the end of the episode that Pumpkin has forbid Mama June from seeing Alana and Ella until she gets some help. So also maybe that'll be some motivation. But I know drugs can have a hold on people, and it makes people do things that they would normally not do. So we just kind of have to wait it out and see what's going to happen. I will keep you guys updated on everything that I know. If I hear anything, I will get right back on here and I will make a video for you guys. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Even if I don't reply to them all, I do read them all, and I love getting the comments, you guys. Also, I want to say thank you so much, because literally like a week ago, I had less than 1,000 subscribers, and now I have like 1,800. So thank you so much, you guys. I enjoy reading your comments. I enjoy waking up every morning and seeing that I have more subscribers. So yeah, guys, thank you, and I will get back on here as soon as I hear more information. And lastly, I just want to say, if you love makeup, I have a link that I'm going to post in the description box below to my website. It is nothing but makeup and skincare products, and if you click the link, I'm sure you will find something that you love. I always wear makeup from my website in every one of my videos. I do my full face with makeup from my website. So if you love makeup, click the link below, browse my site, and see if you can find something that you love. Goodbye, you guys.